That'll teach her what it is.
What did you think of that?
Hey, help you pick up your things.
Certainly
It certainly can travel, that's true. I go very fast.
You don't often see that.
No, you don't.
It's not spiteful, is it?
He went that far.
I've got plenty more.
Good stuff. Don't just stand there on the station.
What? Horse, what did you think
I've
of
got some first-class wine. Yes.
What are you drinking?
Two pasties.
Two pasties. Where? Why did you all shoot?
Please don't mention it. Orderly fashion. So sorry.
What did you think about it?
Nothing. They don't want them done.
I've got some good grapes as well. They're 100 francs a liter.
Racing about the town.
Thank you, very kind. Such a pleasure to come across the old spot market.
You should buy from me.
You must admit
You
it's
wouldn't even have to cross the
extraordinary.
street and run the risks of these.
Two pasties.
Well, you're incorrigible.
She must have made a mistake, John. I asked for mineral water.
Yeah, it could be a part of the way.
Thank you.
No. Why did you do these things? I don't understand. Why did the rhinoceros?
Sincerely hope so, man.
Don't you understand?
Delightful creature.
Yes, a rhinoceros. I can't get over it.
Charming, isn't she? I'm going to explain to you what a syllogism is. Yes, syllogism.
I just can't get over it. It's unthinkable.
A syllogism consists of a main proposition, a secondary one, and a conclusion.
Conclusion?
Why, it's just unthinkable. I just can't get over it.
I can see you can't get over it, John. Well, it was a rhinoceros, all right. It's miles away by now. Miles away.
But you must see, it's fantastic. Or you're not just being fanciful. Why, look at me. I weigh more than you do, and yet I feel light. Light is a bird. Oh, excuse me. I'm terribly sorry.
No harm done, no harm done.
You certainly are strong, John.
Yes, I am strong. I'm strong for several reasons. Firstly, I'm strong because I'm morally strong. And secondly, I'm strong because I'm not riddled with alcohol. I don't wish to offend you, my dear friend, but I must tell you, it's alcohol which weighs so heavily on you.
Here is an example of a syllogism. The cat has 4 paws. Isidore and Frico have 4 paws. Therefore, Isidore and Frico are cats.
My dog has 4 paws.
Then it's a
I
cat.
barely got the strength to go on living, John. Maybe I don't even want to.
So then, logically speaking, my dog must be a cat.
Logically, yes. But the contrary is also true.
Solitude seems to oppress me. So does the company of other people.
You contradict yourself. What oppresses you? Solitude or the company of others? You consider yourself a thinker, but yet you're devoid of logic.
Logic is a very beautiful thing.
As long as it's not abused.
Life is an abnormal business.
On the contrary, nothing can be more natural. And the proof is that people go on living.
There are more dead people than living, John, and their numbers are increasing. The living are getting rarer.
The dead don't exist, and yet you're oppressed by them too. Why, how can you be oppressed by something that doesn't exist?
I sometimes wonder if I exist myself.
You don't exist, because you don't think. Start thinking, and then you will.
Another syllogism. All cats die. Socrates is dead. Therefore, Socrates is a cat.
That's true. And he's got 4 paws. I used to have a cat named Socrates.
There you are.
You see, why, fundamentally, you're just a bluffer and a liar. Why, you say that life doesn't interest you, and yet there is someone who does.
Who?
Why, your little friend from the office who just went past. You're very fond of her.
So Socrates was a cat, was he?
Logic has just revealed the fact to us.
You didn't want her to see you in your present state. That proves you're not indifferent to everything. Why, how do you expect Daisy to be attracted to a drunkard?
Let's get back to our cats.
I'm all ears.
In any case, I think she's got her eye on someone already.
Oh, who?
She does. An office colleague, qualified in law, with a big future in the firm. And in Daisy's affections, I can't hope to compete with him.
The cat Isidore has 4 paws.
How do you know?
It's stated in the hypotheses.
The chief thinks a lot of him. Whereas I have no qualifications. I have no future. I don't stand a chance.
The hypotheses.
Are you giving up? Just like that?
What else can I do?
Frico also has 4 paws. So how many paws have Frico and Isidore?
Separately or together?
Life is a struggle, my friend. It's cowardly not to give up without a fight.
Separately or together? It all depends.
I've nothing to put up a fight with.
Then find yourself some weapons, my friend.
8 paws.
Logic involves mental arithmetic, you see.
Certainly has many aspects.
No limits to logic.
Where do I find these weapons?
Within yourself, through your own will.
What weapons?
I'm going to show you.
The weapons of culture and patience, the weapons of the mind. Turn yourself into a keen and brilliant intellect. Put yourself up to the mark.
How do I get up to the mark?
If I take 2 paws away from these cats, how many paws are left to each cat?
That's
It's
not so easy.
On the contrary, it's quite simple.
Maybe simple for you, but not for me.
Come on, exercise your mind.
will.
Concentrate.
Don't see how.
I really don't see how.
You have to be told everything. Take a sheet of paper and calculate. If I take 6 paws away from these 2 cats, how many paws are left to each cat?
Just a moment.
This is what you must do. Dress nicely every day. Why, shave every day. Put on a clean shirt.
The laundry's so expensive.
Cut down on your drinking, my friend. This is the way to come out. Why, wear a hat, a tie like this, a well-cut suit, shoes well-polished.
There's several possible solutions.
Tell me.
Tell me.
I'm listening.
You're a timid creature, but not without talent.
I've got talent, me?
So use it. Put yourself into the picture. Keep abreast on all the literary and cultural events of the times.
We can have 1 cat with 4 paws and the other with 2.
I've got so little spare time.
You're not without talent. You just need to exercise it.
Take advantage of what free time you do have. Don't just let yourself drift.
I never had the time. I was an official, you know.
One can always
One
find
can
the
always
time
find
to
time.
learn.
Oh, it's a bit late for me.
Bit late today for
It's
me.
never
It's
too late.
Look, you work 8 hours a day like me and everybody else, but not on Sunday, nor in the evenings, and all for 3 weeks during the summer. Why, that's quite sufficient time, with a little method.
Well, what about the other solutions? Use a little method. A little method.
Instead of drinking and feeling sick, wouldn't it be better to be fresh and eager, even for work? Why, then you can spend your free time constructively.
But how do you mean?
By visiting museums, reading literary periodicals, going to lectures. Why, this will solve your trouble. It'll develop your mind. In 4 weeks, you'll be a cultured man.
You're right!
We can have 1 cat with 5 paws
Yeah, you see, you even think so yourself.
and the other with 1, but would they still be cats then?
Why not?
Instead of squandering all your spare money on drink, why, wouldn't it be better to buy a ticket to an interesting play? Have you heard anything about the avant-garde theater there's so much talk about? Have you seen any of Ionesco's plays?
Unfortunately, no. I've only heard talk about them.
Why, there's one playing now. Take advantage of it.
By taking 2 of the 8 paws away from the 2 cats, we could have 1 cat with 6 paws.
It would be an excellent initiation into the cultural and artistic life of our times.
We could have 1 cat with no paws at all.
You're right, perfectly right. I'm gonna put myself up to the mark, like you said.
In that case, 1 cat would be specially privileged.
I promise you.
You promise yourself, that's the main thing.
And 1 underprivileged cat deprived of all paws.
I make a solemn promise to myself. I'll keep my word to myself.
That would be unjust and therefore not logical.
This afternoon I'll go to the museum, and this evening I'll book 2 seats for the theater. Will you come with me?
Not logical?
Logic means justice.
You must persevere and keep up with your good resolutions.
I get it. Justice.
But will you go to the museum with me this afternoon?
No, not this afternoon. I have to rest. It's in my program for the day.
Justice is another aspect of logic.
But will you go to the theater with me this evening?
No, not this evening.
Your mind is getting clearer.
I have to meet a few friends for a drink.
For a drink?
What's more, a cat with no paws at all wouldn't be able to run fast enough.
Now it's you that sent me about it, Jack. Going out and drinking.
You're
That's right.
already making progress in logic.
But you must admit, it's different with me. Because it's just not the same
Why
thing.
isn't it the same thing?
Well, I'm no drunkard, not me.
Even with no paws, a cat must catch mice. That's in its nature.
I I didn't say you were a drunkard, but why would it make me one any more than you in a case like that?
What's in the cat's nature?
Because there's moderation in all things. I'm a moderate person, not like you.
What did you say?
What did you say about me? What?
I said that. Whatever's happening. What is going on? Oh, rhinoceros!
Rhinoceros! Rhinoceros in direction!
Full tilt on the opposite face!
What's going on? What's the reason to smell like rain?
Oh, Daisy!
You'll be charged up for that. Don't just stand there. Clear up this mess. Over there. Over here.
What did you think of that?
You mustn't cry like that, dear lady. It's too heartbreaking. Morning, Miss Daisy. You must forgive me. Well, I haven't had a chance to shave.
All things!
Yes, that is going too far. It's like
What can you do, dear lady? Cats are only mortal.
Yes, please, all cats die. You must accept that.
Throw that in the dustbin. You owe me 1,000 francs. All you think of is money.
Sit down here, dear lady. Don't upset yourself.
It's very upsetting.
It is very upsetting.
A glass of water for the lady.
Better give her a brandy
Oh,
instead.
brandy. Just a minute. My brandy. I don't want any. I don't want any.
no, it wasn't the same one.
Yes, it was. It was the same one. I think it was the same one.
No, it was not the same rhinoceros. The one that went by earlier had 2 horns on its head. It was
Here's a
an
drop of brand.
Asiatic
Pull
rhinoceros.
yourselves together.
The one that went by just now had 1 horn on its head. It was an African rhinoceros.
How could you possibly tell about the horn like the animal flashlight? We hardly even saw it.
Drink
Very
it.
true. Did go fast.
Just have a taste. It's good. Drink it.
What's more, it was trembling in a cloud of dust.
I don't have to float my way through a fog. My mind is clear. I can calculate quickly.
Better now?
What's more, it had its head thrust
Now,
down.
wasn't that good?
Precisely. All the better one could see it.
Nonsense!
I've got another pet you can have.
What, me? You accuse me of speaking utter nonsense.
Yes, absolute utter nonsense.
I've never spoken nonsense in my life.
Try and be philosophical about it.
Why, and what's more, a pet actor's not certain of his facts, because in the first place, it's the Asiatic rhinoceros with 2 horns on its nose, and the African with 1.
Well, wrong is the other way about.
You're so sweet.
You want to make a bet?
Don't excite yourself.
I'm not betting with you. If anyone's got 2 horns on his head, it's you, you Asiatic Mongol.
We're gonna have a fight.
Nonsense, it's just
We
a
don't
bet.
want any scenes in here.
Now look, which rhinoceros has 1 horn on his nose? You're a brave man.
Yes, you should know.
Yes,
I've got no horns and never will.
that's been unexpected to know everything.
Yes, you have.
In any case, Asiatics are people the same as we are.
Asiatics aren't people the same as we are.
That's true.
Nobody's asking for
They
your
are people the
opinion.
same as we are.
You were so gentle, just like one of us.
They're yellow. Like, goodbye, gentlemen. You are not dead.
He was so devoted to us.
Now wait a minute, Mr. Berger, and you too, Jean.
I had some Asiatic friends once, but perhaps they weren't real.
I know some real ones.
I've had an Asiatic friend once.
I've had him since he was a little kid.
They're yellow, I tell you. Bright yellow.
Whatever they are, you're bright red.
This is getting serious. He always used his strength.
If that's the way you feel, it's the last time you'll be seeing me. I'm not wasting my time with a fool like you.
He always made himself understood.
They're white Asiatics as well as black and blue, and some even like us.
Why, you drunkard!
I'm not going to stand for that, John.
He almost talked. In fact, he did.
Yeah, right.
It
wasn't my fault.
You'll get a little coffin for the poor thing.
I think it's the Asiatic rhinoceros with 1 horn, and the African with 2.
But he was saying the opposite.
You were both wrong.
Even so, he was right.
Come with me. We're gonna put him in a little box. No, never.
If you don't mind me saying so, I think Mr. Jean was right.
Now you must be reasonable.
Don't be dead. Come on.
Should I come with you, maybe?
Oh, no, don't
It's the
bother.
Asiatic rhinoceros with 1 horn and the African with 2, and vice
You
versa.
always have to be so different from everybody else.
Daisy was right. I never should have quarreled with
Your
John.
husband's right. The Asiatic rhinoceros has 2 horns, and the African one must have 2. And and vice versa.
You're mistaken, my friend.
Very sorry, I'm sure. His temper's his only fault.
Maybe they're both the same.
Deep down, he's got a heart of gold. He's done me many a good turn.
If one rhinoceros has one horn, then the other one must have two.
Perhaps it's the other with two and the one with one.
It's just that he's always making fantastic statements, trying to show off his knowledge to everyone. He never will admit he's wrong.
Have you any proof?
Proof of what?
The statement you made just now, which started the unfortunate row with your friend.
Yes, have you any proof?
How do you know that one of the rhinoceroses had two horns and the other had one? And which is which?
Well, in the first place, we don't know that there were two. I myself believe that there was only
Well,
one.
let's say there were two. Does a single horned one come from Asia,
No, the single horned one is from Africa.
which has two?
It's not the one from
Well,
Africa.
it's not easy to agree on this.
Problem must be cleared up.
Excuse me, gentlemen, for interrupting, but that is not the question. Allow me to introduce myself.
Here's the logician.
Oh, a logician, is he?
My friend,
Professional logician, my part.
It's a great honor.
A great honor for all of
Would
us.
you mind telling us then, sir, if the Asiatic rhinoceros is single
horn,
horned?
pike horn.
And if the Asiatic rhinoceros is bicol,
Or unicorn.
Exactly. That is not the question. Let me make myself clear. I'm addressing you in particular, and all others present as well.
Us as well.
You see, we have gotten away from the problem which instigated the debate. In the first place, you were deliberating whether the rhinoceros, which passed by just now, was the same that passed by earlier, or whether it was another. That is the question to decide.
Yes, but how?
Thus, you may have seen on 2 occasions a single rhinoceros bearing a single horn,
2 occasions a single rhinoceros.
Bearing a single horn?
Single horn.
oder ein Rhinoceros mit 2 Hörnern.
Yes, that's true.
A single rhinoceros with two horns.
It may also be that you may have seen one rhinoceros with 1 horn and then a second, also with a single horn.
haha.
That's true.
Yeah. Or again, a rhinoceros with 2 horns and then another, also with 2 horns.
Two with two then, right?
Now, if you had seen,
If we had seen,
With
if
seen.
on the first occasion you had seen a rhinoceros with 2 horns,
Two horns.
and on the second occasion a rhinoceros with 1 horn, that wouldn't be conclusive either.
Even that wouldn't be conclusive.
Why not?
I don't get it at all.
It
Don't
is,
interrupt him, please.
it is possible that one of the rhinoceros may have lost one of its horns, and that the first and second transit were still made by a single beast.
That is very
Yeah,
possible,
that's
isn't it?
possible.
why not?
Yes, but in any case...
Don't interrupt him.
It may also be that 2 rhinoceros, both with 2 horns, may each have lost a horn.
That is even more possible.
That's so possible.
If you
Leave it.
prove that on the first occasion you saw a rhinoceros with 1 horn,
One horn.
either Asiatic or African, and
Asiatic
on
or
the
African.
second occasion a rhinoceros with 2 horns,
One with 2.
egal ob afrikanisch oder asiatisch,
Afrikaans eller asiatisch.
we could then conclude we were dealing with 2 different rhinoceros. For it is hardly likely that a second horn could grow sufficiently within a space of a few minutes to be visible on the nose of a rhinoceros.
Ja, det är helt omöjligt.
No, it's hardly likely.
That would imply 1 rhinoceros African or Asiatic, and 1 rhinoceros Asiatic or African.
Asiatic or African.
For good logic cannot entertain the fact that the same creature be born in the same place at the same time,
Or even successively.
which was to be proved.
Yeah.
That all seems clear enough, but it doesn't answer the question.
Obviously, my dear sir, but now the problem is correctly posed.
It's logical, quite logical.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Goodbye, gentlemen.